Hi guys, and welcome to a new series I'm going to be doing. Now this is going to be a kind of Let's Tour, but it's not going to be a Let's Tour. It is and it isn't. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a bit of a mix mash of both. We're actually on Huntington City, which is on the Estalon community server, and I know in a couple of tutorials I've actually said Asterion. Sorry dude. Sorry Yazur. But yeah, we're on the Estalon community server. It's this just awesome server. It's the best city I've ever seen. Now, I don't say that lightly. I've been on lots and lots of worlds, and I've done lots of research, and this one's actually made me build a new city. That's how much different this is, and how like on a different league and different scale this is. And I'm going to be kind of doing a tour on it, but also talking about ideas and things that they've done on their server, which you guys might be able to take away from it, or not on the server. But also that's a 1.8 thing. I'm on 1.8, and there's some weird 1.8 thing when you do 1.5 like that, it flashes. I don't know, F5. But yeah, what I'm going to be doing is mainly talking about the ideas that they've done, and trying to show you guys ways to make your cities better and all that kind of stuff. All the stuff that I'm going to be learning from this, because I'm going to be learning tons of this. Like as I'm looking at it, I'm also flying around just having a look at what they're actually doing and how it's all working together and all that stuff. So this one's going to be on roads, and that might sound boring, but the way that they've done their roads is phenomenal. I mean, seriously phenomenal. It's just mad. Now, we do have some trains, and I'm going to do an entire episode on their like train track type thing that they have, which that's going to take ages to go through, but it's just even their train tracks are just incredible. You know, all of it is just very highly detailed and highly realistic. So we're on this like massive highway, and the reason I'm actually on this highway is not because of it being this weird highway. It's got this like weird separate. I've never seen this. This is not a UK thing. I don't think. If there is one in the UK, please tell me. Because I really never want to drive on that road. But it's basically you got like almost like two parallel highways. One's just like a central kind of go through type thing, and then you got the other ones. But one thing that they've done that's really unique and that I haven't seen. Now you've got the usual, your grey, and then you got your white stripes. But every so often you get a white stripe with a piece of wool on it. Now I don't know if this is to count out blocks or if this is just a good marker or something. I'm not really too sure. But you've also got on the side like grey carpet on top of their grey carpet, so that when you go over it, it's like bumps. And if you've ever driven on a road and you've actually, not saying that I've done this, but been a bit sleepy and you've gone to the side, it really does feel like going blah, 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 blah. So it's actually those bits. I don't know what they're called, but they're like a warning type thing, and it's really nice to actually see that built in. Now we also have obviously off ramps, and we also have like signs. Now that's something I need to speak about as well. So you've not only got these dividers, and these dividers are actually made up of, I think it's like dirt, grass, and gravel, as far as I remember, and podzol as well, and also these sides. But they also have these big signs, so you actually get the feeling that that road is going to be going somewhere important. I mean, it's got 3 lanes, so it would actually have a sign. So they've just shoved a sign on it. It's nice, kind of quite simple, using cobblestone wool, and then you've got like a pillar here in the middle. Now it is, because I'm using shaders, and I'm using Conquest of the Sun shaders as well. It's actually Monster Fish's ones. These just kind of like worked really nicely, and I like that effect there. It's really sci-fi. It's not supposed to be sci-fi, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it's like really simple design like this. Just like boxing it up, 2 blocks and going across, and then just like pillars, and then just having, just wool on it. Not really doing too much. Just having wool on it, and making it quite simple, but at the same time really nice and detailed. So having nice signs like that is really cool. And I'll show you some more that they've got all the way. I mean, we've got like a little one down here as well. There you go, got a sign. So the other thing I wanted to talk about with like Huntington especially, I mean, they've got Lapis Point on here as well, which is really good, like phenomenally good. But this is better. Like Huntington is better. It's almost like their perfect world in a way, or what is close enough to perfect. They're amazingly good at curves, and I'll show you what I mean by going to speed just 3, because I don't want to go too fast. Say this off-ramp here. Now this is something, and this is why I actually started here. I mean, look at how this actually curves in and over, and how mad this actually looks. But how cool that looks. Now, most people with roads just do a simple, boxy, horrible junction, but this is kind of realistic, and also just phenomenally cool. And then you got like a nice overpass there as well. So, just having this like ramp going up, and also changing the colours, and there's a bit over there that I'll show you guys in a bit. And I've just found out that on 1.8, if you press control, you can go even faster than normal faster, which is pretty good to know, actually. There's another little sign as well, so just another simple one going on the side if you guys want some inspiration for that. Using the same style, going up, wrapping those around, and actually just extending it out, and then just fencing. So there's lots of fence there. Four lots of fence underneath that. So there goes another one. Now we will be talking about cars and traffic, I think probably in the next another episode at some point. Though you'll pick up what they've actually been doing. Now what they've actually done, and I might as well talk about it now, because we're here talking about it. Now what they've done is they've got torches on the front, they've usually got redstone torches on the back. They've done that for pretty much every car. Reason is, if we do P time 12 AM for example, now you've got some headlamps. So you've now got some headlamps. Even if we do it, like if I turn off shaders, you'll see it as well. You actually see these looking like there's a little bit of light spilling out on the back, which are like these ones. But also at the front, they actually do look like headlamps. It actually spreads enough light to look like headlamps. Now I think it looks good in Zeus as well. You can kind of see it quite clearly in Zeus. You can see there's like headlamps. So this is something that I want to do on my city, and I'm probably going to, well, I will do on my city. I know that I will, because it just looks cool. It doesn't look as good as, you know, the item frame with the yellow, what's it called, yellow stained glass paint in it. It doesn't look as good as that, but it does still look really good. Now this one doesn't have any. You can tell how different that looks compared to like these ones, which do have them. And look really awesome for it. So yeah, nice simple cars. They're kind of like older style cars. They're not the like the ones that Zaris does, for example. They're not like the sleeky small cars. They're bigger and a little bit chunkier, but they still work really well. And from a distance, they actually look just like cars. So that really works. But you can also just attach those onto them. So anyway, we're going to go back over to Conquest of the Sun, because it's quite a nice shader pack for this anyway, I find. So we're going to go to 2p, there we go, 12 PM, and that works a lot better. So that really works, especially lighting wise underneath these bridges, and it also makes the roads feel alive just having cars around. And there's so many vehicle tutorials. I'm going to be doing some of these on Yazur's vehicles, if I haven't already by the time that this goes out. I've already recorded some, so there will be some going out, which will be really nice. Also, Zaris, obviously, you can check him out. He's a good friend of mine. So yeah, curves and stuff. But another thing that I really like about this road, I really love about this road. Now, in the UK, we have a lot of these like underpasses, and I say underpass, it's like a, you know, all the terrain up here is actually raised up, and it's not really raised up. It's just that the road or main road is sunken down, and you do get these like hilly parts here, and this is just a mix between grass, dirt, podzol, and then you just got leaves and you got trees and things. Nice, really nice custom trees in this world. You can tell that a lot of them have been pasted again and again, but it doesn't matter too much in modern worlds, to be honest. And that is lagging for some reason. I think it's just loading at the minute. It's just struggling for some reason. But I think it's just really amazing. That's something I'm going to be taking away and trying out myself, because I just think it looks great. Just having this, and then, you know, it cuts in on this bit, the hill gets smaller and then gets normal. But you still have that divider, and then you got this going over. I don't know what that is. Maybe just like a nice little tower. So yeah, these actual curves make it just so... I mean, look at those. And then it goes into this other road, and you can see how many lanes there are on this. And look, there's the other off-ramp that goes onto this, and then we'll be going down here in a bit and talking about materials for roads and all that kind of stuff that they've actually used in this one. But it's pretty amazing that they've been able to fit all this in, and it all makes sense. So I have no idea. I mean, I'm guessing he just used like a massive circle for that in, for example, a program like Plots, which you guys can check out. It's just a website. If you type in Plots, which is like this, P-L-O-T-Z, type in that, you actually find a really cool thing for circles. So you'll be able to actually set those up, but this is over hundreds of blocks. So keep that in mind. This is on a massive scale. And that's a very cool place. I don't know what it is, but it's very cool. So using those big circles. Now, these are, of course, they've got the pillars on the main kind of middle bit. So actually having these middle bits in the road are really useful. Another thing you can do if you had a smaller kind of, you know, smaller roads and things, and my throat is pretty bad at the minute, so I apologise if I do cough. So example here, this road was bigger, and then it's kind of got smaller, and you know, you can do stuff like that to almost like compensate to make sure you get this road in. You know, you can crush roads in and make them smaller you know, you could almost have this, you know, cut across onto this lane, for example, because that would still work. And I think it does. Oh, there you go. It does there. So like this. There you go. There's a perfect example already in what I was talking about. So over a period of time, that one actually kind of, you know, moves in just to this lane. And the same on the other side as well. So there you go. So that goes to this like smaller one. And this then has the off-ramp here, which then you just get a 4-lane, which is huge. And there we go. Got a nice plane as well. I mean, look at that for inspiration. It's like a Boeing 747, 737 at an angle. I mean, come on. Now, I didn't even know this existed. But I bet you, is there going to be some small amount of interior? Are we able to get in? No. But we can see at least. There we go. Look at that. So there actually is a small amount of interior, at least on that bit. But I mean, that's phenomenal. That means that there's probably an airport over this way. And there is. So we'll be checking out an airport at some point then. I didn't actually know where the airport was, but there you go. You can see another road there. But yeah, you know, mess around with your roads, even if it's a main road like this. Actually doing all this intersection stuff and then kind of changing the actual road layout. But changing it smoothly like this has been done. I mean, look at that from the above. You got this crazy intersection with roads going over. Again, sorry guys, I have to have a drink. Ah, there we go, that's better. And changing up the entire thing, but also, you know, stuff like this ramp here, which is, now it's an well, it's a Canadian, sorry guys, it's a Canadian, mainly Canadian server, so they do drive on the right, which I had to think about then. So it's a little bit weird for me, but this is like a off-ramp, or no, on-ramp to get onto the highway. Yeah, but I mean, look at this, and the actual detail that's in that. How it builds up, how it goes up at an angle, has an angled road and then goes onto this bit, you know, so you'd be driving down there. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Now here is a perfect example of using different materials. This is something that I've seen in a lot of US pictures. And I think GTA 5 actually has a lot of these as well. So actually different materials for roads and having them in the same city, you know, don't have to stick to one. I mean, they've used it quite a lot. I'm not that keen on it because the UK roads are typically pretty much just concrete, or not concrete, asphalt or dirt. Basically, that's basically what we got in terms of like colouring and stuff. I mean, there's like darker greys, but they're never like this. Whereas in America, I have seen some that are really bright. So anyway, materials that they've used are things like grey wool, stone, and also I think it's a light grey wool. So you can actually have a mess around with different colours to actually play around and get some good ideas. Other stuff that they do really well that I've noticed just from flying around normally is using this, you know, wool carpet every so often just to like accent bits of it or add more detail on, especially on these bits, which I reckon are for counting. I don't know, but I think they might be for counting out things, but I'm not too sure. No, maybe not. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason for it at some point. You can see like little bits being built here as well, so it's not all finished. It's getting there though. But yeah, I mean, that's just, it's incredible to see what's actually happened with these ramps. So using stuff like plots and then having this over the top. Now this one, I know that is angled, so you can actually see the angling on that and it going up. It's just kind of like covering it up underneath and making sure it's too like thick enough, but also not doing it perfect. You don't want to do stuff perfect because roads and things aren't perfect. This looks perfect because it looks realistic, if that makes sense. But really it's a mess. Now I did want to fly over here just to go and show you guys this. Now this is another really cool idea. Not only just having the actual signs on it, so you've got like arrows and things. There's lots of those that I'll be showing off later on. There's that cool plane again. But things like this. So you've got just 2 lanes here, but you've got it widening and getting this like central point like that. So you've got this just central point. Now most people would usually do that central point here. They would actually bring this in as a normal curvy road and then have it basically widen here. This is like really ambitious but looks really phenomenal in a way. Now this is just using different circles, so you'd have, well, I'm guessing you'd have, I don't know how they've actually done it, probably have a circle here and then have a circle on this bit and have a look at how those two mix together and fill in the gaps basically. That's how I would do it. I don't know how they've done it, but that's kind of like a rough idea. But also having the arrows as well. Still got those angles, but actually widening it when you get down to there is just incredible. Now we're going to fly down a little bit more because I've already had an explore of this, and I'm going to try and do that on most of these episodes I'm going to have an explore. So we're going to fly down this way. And you can see like normal roads over here as well. And they do a lot of the curved stuff. And actually, these are really interesting because they've put down the stone slabs around the outside of it. And then had the curved corner. And then you've got these like stops as well. And I think that's a stop sign. There you go. Nice texture pack trick there. We've got a helicopter up there. Cool. So there you go. So this is where you actually stop. It's got a stop sign and everything. And now we are going to be just flying down here. There's tons of vehicles on here. We've got a nice overpass here. Very simple. But one of the things that people don't realise about overpasses, and I've just done one on my actual map, is, and I think it's better on this side. There you go. Put it on this side. If we not disconnect, let's grab. There we go. Oh, that was fun. Now, if we actually grab and get shadows off, and we do P time 12 PM. Now, one of the things that is actually on this one is stuff like this. Now, this happens in real life. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. But basically, when you get a ramp which is made up of like grass and it's built up, and this one's very unnatural because most of them are, you usually at the end here, when it's bordering the road, you will get basically like a cobblestone-y type texture. I think that is actually cobblestone. And then you also get this blocked off because you don't want homeless people living there. Honestly, that's why they're blocked off. I checked. Because I was doing some research on my ones before actually coming onto here. And that's a random tree that's been cut down. I guess they've been cutting down trees. But yeah, they actually have that bit here blocked off. So that's one thing to actually note. Now I'm going to put shaders back on. So that's a really cool thing. Now again, using just very simple pillars and things. Nice and simple pillars. A couple signs as well. So this one actually has exit. So there we go. And then we got here. Now this is why I went over to this bit. We've got another crazy road system. So this is keeping it cool again. So we've got like a single off lane. So to get off, that goes into 3 different lanes, all at an angle. And then you've got the directions. Now this I thought was just, I don't know, I have no words for it. I just thought it was incredible. And you've got like, a petrol station around which you would have, and look, there's one filling up at the minute as well. It's like a petrol station there. Now, this one was just amazing because of the actual tiny little arrows. It's something so simple like this, like that tells you which lane to go into. And then you go, okay, I can just go down this way. And you might cut into there, or you might go down this way, or you might change into that lane, or, any of those things. But you can actually do it from these two, and then you've got 2 lanes here, and that actually separates into 2 lanes. So it all makes sense, and also, turning up to this, onto this one to go across. And that's a really interesting vehicle, isn't it? Look at that. That is something really cool for those roof bits using carpet. Now I'd never thought about that. I'll be honest, I'd never thought about that. I might tell Zarius about that as well, because that's awesome. But yeah, actually having your lanes marked is really good. Now we've also got these cool circular bits like this. So this will be a off ramp, or on ramp. So say if I was driving down from this way, and actually cutting across here, and you'd be, driving all the way down here, and this bit here is, on the inner circle, is like a guard, basically. It's like an over. You can go over this bit you're not supposed to. Please stay to this bit, but you have got that in case you can't drive. And then over here, you'd look, and then you'd be off and underneath the bridge, and onto the main kind of like highway, I guess, which I think is just brilliant. I mean, look at that. And it just kind of like smooths into it really, really nicely. Now this lane is actually already there, as you can see. So the actual width of the lane is already there. Even though there's only 3 lanes here, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these roads are 5 wide. Right here, when this lane actually goes into it, this is the lane that you're on, there. I just think that's a really nice transition. And you got the same over here as well. But same on this side for those kind of bits. So that is just brilliant as a junction. You've also got the overpass as well, and it all works really nicely. Now over here, I don't know what these X's mean. So, no idea. Railroad. There's no railroad there. I don't know, but we will find one. Now, also, stuff like that, which we will be having a look at this junior hockey at some point. Maybe next. And that'll be more of a let's tour rather than a let's talk about how these dudes have done certain things. Sorry guys, I had to have another drink because I'm ridiculously thirsty. But yeah, we will be having a look at that. I mean, sign-wise, that just looks freaking amazing. Now over here, and again, this is why I picked this area. we've got a railroad crossing, and I'm getting lag for some random reason, but we've got a railroad crossing, so across from here. You know, normal railroads just going across using the anvils. Now you've got a step up, so it steps up, and then it steps up another block. And this is where we have the railroad. Sorry, guys. Good God. So, got a walkway on this side, so you go, run, run. Yeah, you know, or whatever. And this one's actually up at the minute, so that means there should be a train. I bet you, because they're quite realistic, they've probably put in a train coming. If they haven't, oh good dear God, but they might have done. They should have done. We have got a vehicle. There you go, you've got a train coming. So what they actually do realism-wise is stuff like that, which is really good in the world. To actually say that, this is a really nice train as well. Wow. But realism stuff is just brilliant in in this world. Because stuff like that, which is, you know, the railroad is actually, there you got red lights, you got to stop. You know, this has got a stop on it. You've got the actual barriers up, which these are just white and red clay, not clay. Carpet, white and red carpet, which is just going across. So you guys can do that on the console versions. You can just put down some string and put those up. And then just a little way out of the distance on one of these, it makes you explore. And again, this is kind of like almost what we do in medieval stuff, but in modern, in a way. You know, making you draw your eye to somewhere that might be out of shot at that time. It's just that on modern, it's just up a mega scale. So actually having that there, and you can then see it, it's brilliant. So really, really nice and simple. There's also this as well, which I thought was just cool, which is like a small walkway, like a pedestrian walk. A couple of iron bars, and then you go into here. You've got a central protected bit, and you've got side bits. All of those are like nice and protected. Now here again, we've got a lot of signs, and this junction I love. I love this junction. It's just brilliant. Now we've got a 45, well, not even a 45-degree bus. We've got an angled bus. Now, angled stuff typically doesn't look very good, but if we look at it from here, it looks fine. It works, and you know it's at an angle. If you look at it from the top, it looks fine. So, yeah, I mean, we've got another one here, and again, looking at functionality and what they actually need to do, we had 3 lanes here. We've gone, okay, well, we've got enough space in the middle from this divider, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide with stairs on the sides of it. Then you got a yellow line, then you got your normal 5, just for you guys that are wondering. Actually having that, then cutting into that and going, okay, well we want one that you can turn left at, so then this one will go here, go, okay, the lights over there, I can't actually see them, but they say go, we'll drive into this one. The same with over here. Now, what they've done is to stop people from always being, you know, at these lights, and there's huge congestion at these. I've seen like bits of American footage because we don't really have these in the UK, but then they actually have them going across here, so you can actually have like a slip road into it, and then this cement mixer, pretty cool cement mixer as well, is actually just like moved into that lane from that side, and then you just got these 2 straight, which you just, you know, go across straight, so that kind of makes sense. And over here you've got one that cuts in on this side, and I'll talk about that one in a second because that's a really cool point to kind of more point out. Now over here we've actually got a line going across. I think that's just like a guideline for these two. It's got 2 different cars here. Ah, okay, I see what's going on. So because this one's actually bigger, this one actually seems to widen out and move. I think that road, yeah, that road moves over a couple blocks. So there you go, making sure that you've got enough space by moving over. Also, we have something going on here. Presidential? Oh man, that's cool, isn't it? The governor. For real. So there's like a governor's bus and governor's cars. That's really cool, actually. And using the flags as well to put like a US thing. That's brilliant. Anyway, what we've got here, so there's a little caravan-y type thing. We've got these 2 lanes. I'm getting distracted by other stuff. We've got these 2 lanes, and this is actually a separate. I didn't realise that. To make sure that you go into the right lane to drive that. That's brilliant. That actually makes sense. If you go down on this place like this, it makes sense. And then over here we go straight, and then you've got another one over from this side, which I'm guessing would be for, yeah, it'd be for turning into this way. So I mean, just doing stuff like that is just so simple and just brilliant as well. Now this is just simply a, you know, cobblestone wall going up. You get a block. You've got South Central Boulevard and Culver and all these kind of stuff. Item frames with black wool just to get different like signs, and that should be That should actually have something on it. That doesn't. These ones are all red, for example. These ones are all red. These ones are green. So they do it like that. They actually make it all coloured, so that it actually looks like it's functional. Now the last bit I'll kind of talk about, because it is going on for a while. I'll probably end up doing an extra episode on just roads and things, and I mean, look at this underpass as well for pedestrians. I think we'll have to go for an entire episode of that, even though it's freaking out there. I mean, look at that. It's again functional, saves people from running across the road. But I think the last thing we'll talk about is this lane here, which I thought was really good, because you do get these, you know, when you come to a big junction, you do get extra lanes that are kind of appear in a way that weren't there before, and then turning. But also they've actually used it here to get an extra lane on this side, so that you can actually just turn into basically this. This is the Home Depot. Cool. The Home Depot, and there's a massive gun shootout. I mean, these look like pickup trucks with guns on the back, and that's a SWAT van that's been blown to hell, or is being blown to hell. Yeah, there's definitely like some sort of police. Again, this kind of stuff is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Adds interest to this place. Not only does the building look great, but no, look at that. It's brilliant. I love it. And these dividers as well are really cool. Just simple little trees. And this really horrible podzol stuff. I hate their podzol, but it looks good. I hate it and it looks good. It's this weird thing. You know, big lights. And you actually do get those around them as well. Didn't even think about that. All these in parking spaces. Right next to each other. Sharing a wing mirror and everything. That one's just smashed into it. Because of shaders, that one looks totally trashed up. But it's just brilliant. I think I'll be talking about how they've parked their cars as well. I don't think they're all in front. Yeah, look, this one's in front ways, this one's in normal. They're all a little bit different. It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant in general. But yeah, the server IP, of course, will be in the description, guys. You know, come and check it out. Honestly, just jump on, get some ideas, and they have got their own texture pack as well, which helps, I guess. But it's a 1.8 server at the minute. Anyone's free to just jump on, fly around, have a look and warp around and things. Just do /warp and just go to somewhere random, and you'll see how just brilliant this server is, how this map is, and all the stuff that they're doing on it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Tell me what you guys want me to have a look at. I'm sure the airport is going to be high on there. It's going to be a long one for that one though. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.